What's up, guys? It's Jared here. So, I know what I'm about to say now isn't exactly groundbreaking information. I'm sure a lot of people do know this, but I'm sure there are also ignorant people who don't. People like myself who basically bought a graphics card and tried so many other things just to see if that would help, to be able to play games. But the truth of the matter is, guys, as far as like getting zero lag goes, the number one thing you need to do is to have a good router. I didn't know this, okay? I'm somewhat of a dumbass. When it comes to PC gaming, um, I used to know little to nothing. Although I will say I really have gained a lot of knowledge in it in the past year or so. I've been doing a lot of research. So for all of you who remember the Punky J videos, yeah, I will admit I was pretty ignorant back then, but I know my shit now, so you guys can suck it. But anyways, yeah, as far as a router goes, I don't spend a lot on gaming. I grew up as a console gamer, and I never spent over. Well, that's not true. When the PS3 first came out, I will admit I think I dropped 500 bucks on that shit, which I can't believe I did. Back then I had a job, actually had some steady income, but that was the only time, okay? That was the only time I ever dropped that much money. But, I'm not one of these elitists that spends like 2,000 bucks on a fucking, on a rig or whatever. It's just, that to me is some fucking tool bag shit. I made videos on that too, on how to build a PC rig on the cheap. You can check that out. But anyways, thankfully, you don't even have to really have a really expensive router to be able to play games. What you need is something called a dual core router. How this basically works is routers, they run megabytes per second. That's how fast it goes to your internet or whatever, your internet speed. And you don't want something that's like super slow. Like right now, my PC is running like 50 or less than 50 megabytes per second, which is pathetic. Um, I don't know the exact numbers, but I would say you probably want at least 200, 300 to run smooth. But yeah, the router I'm going to be getting is something called a dual core. So you want something called dual core, but again, you don't need like fancy fucking $300. The one that I want is a Netgear. It's 50 bucks. You can find other ones for around that price. I would say don't spend over 100. I mean, really, like even 100 is pushing it. But the one I'm gonna get is gonna be 300 megabytes per second, and I think that will be more than enough. More than enough because when I try to play games, like it's really fucking choppy. I mean, it's not enough to game on, and I know that if it at least doubled, I think it would run smooth. And so double, that would be like 100. I would say still do at least 150. But again, I'm no expert. But I will say yes, you need a dual core router, one that probably runs at least 300 or around that. But yeah, guys, I just thought I'd help you out there because I struggled so much with that. And honestly, like, I really question how many people even know this because I've had a lot of elitists, like, get on me about shit, and not one of them ever mentioned a router and how that could help me. So I really do question how many people know about this. And yes, I will say that owning an i7 will help somewhat with lag, but if you still have a shitty internet service, if you still, have really have a low speed internet, then your games are still gonna lag. The sad truth is you have to be on the internet to play games now, and you have to have Steam, which I personally think is utter bullshit because, not everything has to be multiplayer. And it's like, why do I even have to be on the internet to play single player? To play a game like fucking Evil Within, why do I have to be online? It's almost kind of creepy. Steam is like this huge Goliath, company like Nintendo, and it creeps me out how you have to have Steam to play games. I don't think that's right, personally. I don't have a big issue with Steam. In fact, I do rather like them. I think it's cool how they have all those free games and shit, but yeah, that does piss me off. And, if it weren't for that, I would have been able to play these games. But I did want to dabble a little bit in multiplayer, so I will have to get a new one, new router here soon. But yeah, guys, I mean, 50 bucks for that one Netgear. I don't have the exact name of it, but yeah, if you look up like Netgear dual core, you'll find it. It's the one for 50 bucks. Just, you know, it's a real basic looking one. It has 2 antenna. You don't have to get the one with 3 antennas. But anyways, guys, I think I've rambled enough on this. So I hope this helped you guys out. And remember, okay, you don't have to have an i7 processor just to run smooth games, you know, with 0 lag. You don't even have to have an i5 processor. Check out my video. I'll link it in the description. It's how to buy a good PC rig on the cheap. I'll link that for you guys. Anyways, best of luck to all you gamers and to those of you who are just getting into PC gaming. So yeah, hope this helps. Peace.